Howdy YouTube, this is Charles.
And this is John.
And Princess Frostbite. Stretch! And today we're going to be bringing you an update of the cabin. It's been a while since we've been out here. Stay tuned.
And if you guys haven't yet, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and go ahead and click that subscribe button so you get notified of future uploads.
Oh, evil wasp. They will all die, and there's a story about those wasps coming up. So make sure you stay tuned because this is kind of comical. But yet again, the battle against our tiny cabin project and the wasps continue. Alright guys, we're out at the tiny house. Got a little bit of a fire going in our fire pit. I'm going to test out my new light on my camera. Princess Frostbite, chilling and chilling. John over there by the barbecue pit of death. It had, I opened it up to cook some steaks earlier this evening, and it had been infested with wasps. And I was swarmed probably by about 75 red paper wasps. And John set their nest on fire, and we killed most of them, but some of them had us trapped in the house, and we finally were able to get out to start a fire. This is what our property looks like at night. I'll go ahead and kill the light. You guys might be able to hear that four-wheeler off in the distance. That's on the other side of the holler. A lot of the little mountains out here are stacked pretty close together. You got a holler in between them, so you'll hear stuff bounce around. Good mile and a half away from here.
Probably why they call it a holler.
It probably is why they call it a holler. You're gonna hear people holler!
Holler! Oh wait, that's the wrong kind of holler.
I have no idea how good the video is gonna be, switching between the light and off the light. There's the cabin at night, totally solar power. Not tied to the utilities whatsoever. Rainwater collection, wood heat. And this is the inside of the cabin at night. As you can see, it's pretty bright in here. And I'm gonna go enjoy the fire for a while. Catch you guys in the morning. Shh. Alright, we just saw a turkey. Princess Frostbite spotted her. And we're gonna see if she's still over here. I'm not sure where she's at. There's the wasp nest we had to deal with last night. I don't know, guys. I think she's long gone. But you see what we...
Arkansas by now.
Yeah. What we think happened was I put down a bunch of deer and turkey seed that's supposed to grow a bunch of it's a no-plow seed that's supposed to grow all kinds of plants that deers and turkeys like to eat. And I scattered it over all of our property so that way it would have time to grow by fall. So... we think that she smelled the seed from down in the holler and followed the trail back up to the cabin, is what we think happened. We also discovered huge thickets of blackberries on our property, so that should also prove well. I mean, lots of blackberries. At first we thought they might be dewberries, but dewberries hang closer to the ground and these were growing up. So I'm pretty sure they're blackberries. Well, one of the things we wanted to look at when we came out here was whether or not our rain barrel was full.
The wasp.
Where?
He went off behind you. He's gone. Sorry.
All right. Another one of the things we wanted to look at when we came out here, since it's been so long we've been out here, is if our rain barrel was full. And the rain barrel is full. John, will you hand me that bowl right by you?
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and see how clear the water is.
I'd say that's crystal clear except for the dirt at the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah, that's clear water. It's not slimy. Doesn't stink. We had put mosquito dunks in there on top. Even though BIT is relatively safe, we decided to go a different route from the mosquito dunks because on the ingredients it says not for use for around human consumption, and it says BIT and insecticidal toxins. So I don't know if it's just BIT or something else added to it, and we don't want to take the risk. So a good all-natural way to keep mosquitoes and other insects from breeding in your rain is we're going to put oil on top of the water and float oil on top of the water. And what that will do is it will create a micro thin film across the top of the water, and any insects that land in it or try to breed in it will not be able to breathe and die. So we have the rain barrel is almost completely full. I'm not sure if it had been completely full and we've lost this much through evaporation since the last time it's rained out here, or if it just took that long for our cascading waterfall to fill the rain barrel. Either way, this is 50 gallons of rain, and our Zodi shower, we use about 5 gallons at a time to shower. So this is going to be more than plenty of water in between rains to take showers, hot showers. So we're pretty stoked to have water storage at the cabin now. We're not going to drink this. If we needed to, we could probably do it with like a life straw or a Sawyer filter, boil it and then run it through the Sawyer, and it'd be pretty safe to drink. Our cabin, for those of you who have not been following us, is 8 by 16, which, as you guys can see, about 3 feet of that is the front porch. That also has the sleep loft extending out over it, which means, not counting the loft, the inside floor plan of the tiny house is 8 by 12, which is under 100 square feet. So this is truly a micro tiny house. The tiny house is completely off the grid, rainwater collection. All of our electric is solar power. We also have solar power motion lights, security lights on all 4 points of the cabin, which is nice for when you pull up here, you can get your way into the house without breaking your neck. We have another set of solar panels over here that are presently not hooked up. We're going to take these down and upgrade them. All the power comes down and either goes under the cabin. Oh, look, a lizard. That's a different kind of lizard.
Is that the salamander?
No, that's the, I forget what it's, I think it's like called like the Ozark rock lizard or something like that.
Oh, he's pretty. Let's see if this lizard likes me. Hi, buddy. Do what the salamander did. It's okay. Come on. Come on. He's like, nope.
He's got a cool pattern on him.
See if he can. There we go. Oh.
Oh, he went inside. He must live in the dog shed. We call it the dog shed because it's the dog house, but it's actually our shed for out here. So anyway, power either comes down and goes to an inverter, or it comes down and we can plug it into the generator. We had the generator hooked up because we had a window unit in the window. I wonder where that turkey went.
I don't know. I think he's probably in Arkansas by now. I don't know how fast turkeys are.
Well, she was on the ground scratching. I'm pretty sure she was coming for that seed. So, solar power. We'll go ahead and go inside. You guys will have to excuse the mess. And you come in. The 120 comes in at these deer shed outlets. This is our charge controller. That box controls our lights. Eventually we're going to run the lights into this lighthouse and use this lighthouse as a chandelier. We also considered getting paper Japanese lanterns and using paper Japanese lanterns as our chandeliers. I think that would look good.
I think it would look really cute.
Especially once we get the white beadboard up on the ceiling. One of the things we're going to do on our next visit is we're going to get some extra pipe, some more flashing for the Dickinson stove. We're going to add another section of pipe to push the stove a little closer to the ground. Just strictly so, because heat rises. It'll help keep the cabin a little warmer. What else we're going to do is we're going to cut custom made. We're going to make our own finishing strips, and they're going to match the boards we're going to use for our window ledges. So hopefully by the end of this fall we'll have the ceiling up and the trim up and the stove extended down, and then for the most part our little micro tiny house will be finished and complete, and we'll be able to start on our next project. Our next project, we're thinking about building maybe a 10 by 10 deck, and then eventually using that deck as a platform for either a wall tent, a yurt, or one of those metal sheds, and converting a metal shed into an outdoor bathroom. I think it would be really cool to have a wall tent built on a deck. Be very Alaskan bush style. Have that canvas wall tent with the wood stove in it. We have a hummingbird. This hummingbird comes by the house every day thinking there are stuff hanging, our hummingbird feeders, and they're not. And then we just got this the other day, and we're using this as our refrigerator. It's basically a Yeti knockoff. It is the Ozark Trail cooler. Holds ice for over 7 days, which is really awesome. And usually we're only out here for 3 or 4 days at a time, so one bag of ice will last us our entire weekend and keep everything nice and cold, and we don't have to worry about food spoiling. And we originally had a mini fridge out here, but by the time the mini fridge would get cold, it's a day to go home, and it means, you know, running the generator, because I don't really want to run a refrigerator off of our sized battery bank and solar system as it presently stands. We're using this as our refrigerator. We have a little butane cooker. We're no longer using the percolator to cook coffee. We're just using it to boil water as a kettle, and we're making our coffee in stainless steel French presses, which is way, way better. All our cooking is cast iron. And yeah, place is a little bit of a mess. We had a little bit of an issue, as you guys can see on the floor. I went to turn the air conditioner on, and when I turned the air conditioner on, I guess some chipmunks had decided to use the air conditioner that was in storage in the dog shed as their refrigerator. There was an entire season's worth of ate up acorns that and chipmunk crap that blew out on me. We kept cleaning it up, but it was a nightmare. I was like literally covered head to toe in chipmunk crap and ate up acorns. Try saying that 5 times fast.
And what was funny is that when everything was done, the air conditioning would be quiet for about 30 to 45 minutes, and all of a sudden you'd hear a rattling inside the air conditioning, and it would blow just one piece of an acorn out at Princess.
And of course she would have like a total heart attack because she had no idea why the air conditioner was making that kind of noise. Princess, even though she's beautiful, she's not exactly the most brightest dog on the face of Earth. She knows a little bit of some things, but she is nowhere near as smart as Samson was. She's the type of dog that would run straight up into the wall, which I've seen her do, and then turn around and look at you like it was your fault that she ran into the wall. She's not very bright, but she knows like words and her name and people, and she can follow hand gestures in some direction. But when it comes to common sense, Frostbite has 0. I definitely think I'm going to have to buy one of them bug assaults. My question though is would the bug assault just piss them off?
No, I think it would obliterate them. Actually, I was so stressed out from the wasp last night that I had a dream about using that bug assault on them.